Have you ever considered that Nintendo's biggest B-list character might just have delivered the most exciting game on the brand new Switch 2, completely overshadowing its A-list launch titles? I'm talking about a game so surprising, it's making us rethink what a main event truly looks like. For decades, Donkey Kong, while undeniably fun, always felt like that reliable, trusty treat in Nintendo's overflowing lunchbox. He's given us classics, sure. Those old side-scrolling rare games immediately come to mind. But let's be honest, he never quite reached the epic adventure status of a mainline Mario or a sprawling Zelda. He was always good, but never a main event. Until now. Nintendo just dropped Donkey Kong Bananza on the Switch 2, and honestly, it redefines what we thought a Donkey Kong game could be. It gives our powerful primate the vibe of a summer tentpole movie, finally feeling like a star turn and not just a placeholder between other big releases. You know, I actually went into this believing Mario Kart World was going to be the undisputed champion of the Switch 2's launch lineup. I even said it was the best launch game. But after sinking hours into Bananza, well, let's just say I found a new top banana for the Switch 2. It's not just a great launch game. For me, it's the best new Switch 2 game to date. I purposely avoided trailers and videos for Bananza, wanting to experience it completely fresh. In my first few hours, I just kept asking myself, is this game for real? It surprised me over and over. Playing it brought back that rare feeling I had with games like Super Mario 64 or the original Splatoon, the sense of something truly new and different. As a seasoned gamer, that feeling comes less and less often, but Donkey Kong Bananza delivered. A huge part of this newness stems from Donkey Kong's fresh look. Many people have compared his larger, rounder eyes to the Super Mario movie version, and for good reason. Change can feel tricky, especially if you grew up with the Donkey Kong 64 design. But interestingly, this new design actually harkens back to his classic, older look from the NES days, making his eyes more expressive. This really helps the storytelling in Bananza, letting him convey a wider range of emotions, which is quite impressive for a character who doesn't even speak. You feel a warm, charming vibe from all the characters, even the bad guys, which is something we could all use after a long day. And throw in a wonderful soundtrack that breathes life into the world and accentuates every powerful punch, and you have a game with truly impressive production values. The story itself offers nice homages to Donkey Kong's history, with Pauline's edition being a great example for longtime fans. The fact that Bananza's narrative has sparked serious online discussions about continuity? That's a good sign. And whether this young Pauline connects to older games or not, her dynamic with Donkey Kong is simply wonderful. Just seeing him run on all fours with Pauline dangling cutely on his shoulder, it makes you go, aw. Their relationship becomes a real driver, pushing you to see what happens next. While Nintendo still embraces a less is more approach to storytelling, Bananza's narrative feels substantially meatier than previous Donkey Kong games. Beyond the visuals, Donkey Kong Bananza truly shakes things up with its gameplay. Since Donkey Kong 64, the main franchise entries have stuck to a challenging 2.5D side-scrolling formula. But with Bananza, Nintendo takes a page right out of Super Mario Odyssey's book, going full 3D. The result is a grander, more epic experience. Donkey Kong himself finally feels like the force of nature he was always meant to be, big, powerful, and capable of throwing down with kaiju-sized monsters if he needed to. You feel this power immediately as you use him to dig and smash through layers of ground and rock. He can literally burrow through the earth like some furry boring machine driller, adding an incredible element of exploration. It can get a little confusing in tight spaces when the camera zooms in, but for the most part, these terrain destruction mechanics make the game feel incredibly interactive. The combat also pivots, focusing more on Donkey Kong's sheer pugilistic power rather than just precision platforming. Previous side-scrolling DK games often felt like survival challenges, where you desperately tried to keep him alive. In Bananza, you feel like a powerful Greek god rampaging through the world. And that feeling cranks up to 11 once you unlock the Bananza transformations. You start with Kong Bananza, which buffs his primate powers. Then you get forms like Zebra Bananza, which boosts his speed, and Ostrich Bananza, letting him fly and drop egg bombs. You also unlock additional abilities like more health and extra destructive power, giving you a satisfying sense of progression. The action feels tight and precise, making for a truly fun experience. Now, hardcore fans might find the early parts a bit easy compared to the old 2.5D games. The difficulty does ramp up, but some initial stages and boss fights might feel a little underwhelming. In fact, most of my early deaths came from bottomless pits. There's definitely a special place in a very hot environment for whoever designed the sections where you navigate a wall while a swarm of jelly-looking enemies rush you. That was annoying. But let's be clear, Donkey Kong Bananza serves up a completely new take on Nintendo's lovable ape, and it was absolutely worth the wait. This is Donkey Kong reimagined, complete with new designs, stunning visuals, and a bold new 3D gameplay style that catapults the franchise into Super Mario Odyssey territory. While the initial difficulty might feel a bit soft and the camera occasionally wonky in tight digging spots, the charming characters, tight action, and beautifully rendered world make Donkey Kong Bananza the undisputed standout game in the Switch 2's early life. It's not just a great game. It signals a new era for one of Nintendo's most iconic, yet often underutilized, characters. What do you think? Has Nintendo finally given Donkey Kong the main stage he deserves? Let us know your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the latest in tech and gaming.